So you couldn't get 10 men to tie me down and to force me to eat the pizza and the crap that people put in their mouth. And there's no reason, there's no business situation or any situation where you should be forced to compromise your integrity and your good health.
So in listening to you, I feel that if I'm at home, I can follow the routine, do the cooking. But I travel a lot domestically and internationally, and I'm struggling to figure out how to manage things. And also, when I take clients out for meals, I don't want to be that different and say, substitute this, substitute that. So, can you just give maybe some tips and tricks on how you handle things when you're traveling?
Sure, happy to. Because I've done a lot of traveling. As you imagine, the traveling was very onerous for PBS. I'd have to go to a different city every night. Every city that has a basketball team. I'm in that city day after next day. I'm in a different city. Push because they wanted me to promote the Pledge Show to raise money for public television, and I've raised over $70 million for public TV in those travels around the country. It's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. But yeah, so what I do is I get a hotel close to the airport. So that way I can travel during non-rush hour. I'll tell you how it works. I fly into the city in the morning, and I go right to a Whole Foods market, where I get my frozen blackberries, my frozen artichoke hearts, broccoli florets, almond milk, whatever it is I want to buy, salad bar, beans with a pull-top canner in a box. I get the food I need for that day. So when I usually have the station or the people I'm lecturing at a corporate office, or I'm lecturing at a TV place, whatever it is, they also bring food according to my specifications. The person will bring me food what I explain I want, and they don't usually bring it exactly. They don't do it right. They don't give me food I really like enough. So I usually have backup. I have my own food, so if they didn't give it right, I can eat some of that food, and if I don't like the way they made it or what they give me, it doesn't matter because I have enough of my food packed in my container. I travel with that Ezekiel bread, or I have an Ezekiel wrap that I made myself, that I took from home in silver foil. I carry some extra food with me. So I stop at the Whole Foods market. I have the food with me, enough for the next morning, the fruit for the next morning, whatever I need, and I go do my engagement, my show, or my lecture at the event I'm giving to, and then that evening, when I'm done with the event at 9 o'clock at night, I drive to the hotel at the airport, so I'm close to the airport when I go to bed, so I don't have to deal with rush hour traffic in the morning trying to get to a plane. I'm already close to the airport. So now I don't have to worry about shopping, about food. I've done it already the day before, so I can get an early flight out and I don't have to worry, and I'm already close to the airport. So I get on the next plane early in the morning, get an early flight out. I land in the next city with plenty of time, so I can go back to the Whole Foods market and shop and take my time getting the food I need, collecting it, and get it into the hotel room. I always get a refrigerator in the hotel room, so I'm all set. And if I'm meeting people for dinner, people I meet already know that they're going to have to accommodate me at a restaurant if it's going to have that kind of restaurant serve those foods. Or you call ahead to the restaurant and you tell them I'm on a diet from my physician. I really have to just eat non-salted vegetables. Can you make me a steamed vegetable platter, or can you make me a double salad? When I sit down in a restaurant to order from a waiter or a waitress, I'll say, I like that salad you have with the arugula on it. Can you give me like the romaine salad and the arugula salad both, and mix them together and make me one giant salad? And they'll say, well, that's too much. The salads are really big here. You're not going to need 2 salads. And I'll say, no, I'm going to pay you for 2 salads. I know how big they are. I'm really crazy it sounds. Give me both salads. And then I'll say, and also, so put them both together if you kind of want both, but if you can't, give me both separate, and I'll take the little dressing on the side, the balsamic vinaigrette I'll keep on the side in case I want to put a little bit on, and then I'll usually have my own salad dressing anyway, and then I'll look and see what vegetables they have on the menu, and I'll ask them if they can make the vegetables without oil and salt, and sometimes they can. It's already prepared, and sometimes they can. And I'll say, well, can you take some of that asparagus you have on the side menu and give me asparagus, not salted, and just take that asparagus and just dump it right on top of the salad, and give me like a big bowl like that as a main dish. And very often they'll accommodate you, and very particularly if they'll accommodate you if you go early to the restaurant the day before they get super busy. You want to hit the restaurants early, and we want to eat early anyway, so we're hitting the restaurants at 5 o'clock, where the busy time happens at 6 or 7 o'clock, and the chefs are very happy to accommodate you when they're not overwhelmed with busy. And then again, when you're a food addict, then you look for excuses to not follow the diet. I'm too busy, I'm on a plane, I'm in an airport, I don't have food, I'm in with friends, I'm in a business situation. But when you realize that only you can take care of your health and other people don't care about you, you're the only one that's going to care about you. What are you trying to impress them for? Trying to get along, they're going to respect you more when you stick to what, and you're going to be a role model to have more potential to affect them in a positive fashion if they say that you are consistent and committed to taking good care of your health and you walk the walk that you talk. So going out with other people or going to a party is an opportunity to bring along a healthy dish or to show people that you love eating this way because you do love eating this way. And you don't need to imbibe in their risky behaviors just because they're doing it. So when you're a nutritarian, when people leave my facility too, when they're 100%, there's no opportunity in their travels or where they're under any situations where they're going off the diet. They're always on the diet. So they're 100% no matter what situation they're in, and they know that there are no excuses, that addicts make excuses. Addicts have difficulties following it under different situations. But when you're 100% committed and not an addict, then there's no situation that would make you need to eat and put poisonous stuff in your body. So you couldn't get 10 men to tie me down and to force me to eat the pizza and the crap that people put in their mouth. And there's no reason, there's no business situation or any situation where you should be forced to compromise your integrity and your good health. And if you couldn't get the food that was healthy, then you don't have to eat, because you're not going to die if you don't eat something. You go back to your room and eat something later, an hour later. You can just socialize and say, oh, I'm not hungry, or eat something before you go, or eat something later, or not eat anything at all. You're not going to, so you can go on a plane and they don't serve you. I sit in first class because I have so much points built up, from the COVID trips that were canceled, you know what I mean? That were so much, they owe me so much. So I'm sitting in first class and they say, would you like a breakfast? Would you like lunch? We have pancakes, or you have this, or with salmon, or with salmon on a bagel. And that's not salmon on a bagel, it's salted, whatever it is. I said, no, I'll just have my own, thank you, I'll have my own food. I'm not going to just eat it because it's there and there's no other choices. You bring food with you, or you don't eat. You have an apple, or you have some nuts. And I do carry things with me, like sunflower seeds in my bag, or a couple of apples or a banana. And I travel with food. And I make delicious food to take with me too. So plan ahead, in other words. Plan ahead and get rid of out of your head the idea that there are any excuses. There's no excuses, just do it. As Nike says, just do it. No excuses. You can do it.